equity funding. And
Yes.
can you, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, sure. So that's one of our newer areas, and it really evolved out of need. As I worked with smaller companies and let's say minority based companies, minority companies have always had problems accessing capital, period,
Always, yes. Yeah.
period. And as a former banker, I know that immensely. So one of the things that we've done, and it evolved out of consulting with these companies, as I'm consulting with the company and we're finding gaps in the ability to invest in the things that they're wanting to do. And a lot of those things, as we look at, the innovation side of things, it takes capital to innovate in a lot of ways. You can innovate with product portfolio, you can innovate with processes, but inevitably it requires you to invest somewhere in the continuum. So one of the things that started to occur was we would then put together packages and say, all right, let's go try to get some funding. And that became more difficult for them to do. So what I started to do was to really get some of my legacy banker friends that have enjoyed, being angel investors, things of that, to really start saying, okay, let's look at the model of private equity firms and let's see, can we participate in that space and help companies that we feel have good probability. But what we said was, let's not right now pigeonhole that we're going to fund more technology based companies looking for unicorns. We're going to say, is there opportunity to help this business grow? And if it is, we've got a number of options. And I mean, this is no secret. You either give up equity or you give high returns. And some people can't afford to give up equity. So we'll look for higher returns. But what ends up happening is when you start to look at it, we've basically convinced that if we take equity positions in the company, and these are mostly minority equity positions, we've got skin in the game. We're sharing the risks, we're sharing in the rewards, and that kind of model has worked, but it also puts some onus on us to make sure that we don't give away value because ultimately of that, and to not feel like we're owning that company in totality, because behaviors are different when you're working with someone who put their blood, sweat, and tears in a company and we're there. And the group that I work with are saying, we try to maintain the balance where we're not telling you what to do because we don't own the majority of the company, you know?